There's no question that Bill Ayers, via his own admittance, was one who sought to destroy our U.S. Capitol and our Pentagon. That is a domestic terrorist. There's no question there. Now, others who would want to engage in harming innocent Americans or facilities that it would be unacceptable to, I don't know if you're going to use the word terrorist there.
You should all die. Bomb that bitch. You. Kill you.
That's the sound of domestic terrorism.
Of this evening's Talking Points memo. Last night we told you about the murder of George Tiller, the late-term abortion doctor in Kansas, shot dead by an anti-government militant while he attended church last Sunday. We also told you that NBC News and other ultra-liberal outlets were blaming me and Fox News for inciting the killer.
Scott Roeder is the name of the suspected terrorist who was arrested yesterday for assassinating Dr. George Tiller. And what were the kinds of things he and or those around him heard about Dr. Tiller from Fox News?
Killing babies in America. That's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. For $5,000, Tiller, the baby killer as some call him, will perform a late-term abortion for just about any reason. You're okay with some woman being depressed, executing her child hours before it's born.
There's a lot of evidence there that he was performing illegal late-term abortions and covering up instances of child rape.
You should be very disturbed by what continues to happen in Kansas. This man, Dr. George Tiller, known as Tiller the baby killer, is performing late-term abortions without defining the specific medical reasons why.
Dr. George Tiller, who is one of the few doctors in the United States who performs the Hitlerian procedure known as a partial birth abortion.
Right. Tiller has killed thousands of late-term fetuses without explanation. No question Dr. Tiller has blood on his hands.
Tiller, the baby killer out in Kansas, acquitted today of murdering babies. There's got to be a special place in hell for this guy. This guy will kill your baby for $5,000, any reason. Any reason. You go in, you go, the Glenn Beck program upset me today and I can't have the baby. I mean, bang, you got $5 grand, he's taking them out.
I would say that the type of verbal attacks that you're known for are conversation stoppers.
Can you give me one example of those?
Tiller the killer?
No,
Tiller the killer is
Tiller the baby killer.
Tonight, confronted with the inevitable result of instigation, the principal perpetrator at Fox News Channel made no acknowledgement of culpability, nor even regret. He said, "No backpedaling here. I report honesty. Everything we said about Tiller was true, and my analysis was based on those facts. It is clear that the far left is exploiting the death of the doctor. Those vicious individuals want to stifle any criticism of people like Tiller. That and hating Fox News is the real agenda here. If these people were so compassionate, so very compassionate, so concerned for the rights and welfare of others, maybe they might have written something on things about the 60,000 fetuses who will never become American citizens." It is useless to urge restraint on men who believe self-editing of freedom of speech should apply only to others, that they are flawless and blameless and righteous. It is useless to make Frank Schaeffer's argument to them, even though they have made parallel ones about how liberal television degrades children, about how liberal television hypnotizes voters, about how liberal entertainment destroys American values. When they reply, "Not in this case, bad apple, TV can't make that happen," it is useless to say, if TV can't make something happen, then why do people advertise on it with the same commercial again and again and again in hopes of making buzzwords sink in? The Geico Gecko, Viva Viagra, FreeCreditReport.com, Tiller the baby killer. In February, it was revealed that last July, before he walked into a Unitarian church in Tennessee and opened fire during a children's play, Jim David Adkisson had written a note of explanation. "This was a symbolic killing," he said. "Who I wanted to kill was every Democrat in the Senate and the House, the 100 people in Bernard Goldberg's book." That 2005 book was called The 100 People Who Are Screwing Up America, and on the list was everybody from Al Gore to Anna Nicole Smith. Mr. Goldberg did not even offer as much as his regrets, never mind offer his resignation. His employer, Fox News, responded to reporting that placed the books of several of its hosts in Adkisson's home by sending one of the same producers who stalked the late Dr. Tiller to stalk the reporter who had had the nerve to link that network to the two people killed by Adkisson in Tennessee.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the problem. Not Tiller. No, no. He's a good guy. And if I could get my hands on Tiller, well, you know.